All right, we're back in executive session. No decisions made, no votes taken. All right, invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we gather this evening asking for your guidance as we conduct the business of this community. Grant our council members wisdom in their deliberations, humility in their disagreements, and a sincere commitment to the well-being of all who call Folly Beach home. Bless this island, its residents, and its public servants. May the work done here tonight reflect honesty, fairness, and good judgment. Lord, we are reminded that our time on this earth is brief and uncertain, and that the days we are given are a gift. We pause to remember members of our community who have recently passed: Dale Antley, Billy Estridge, Greg Anderson, John Merritt, and I'm sure others, friends and neighbors who are part of this fabric of this island, as well as our former mayor, Richard Beck, who served this city. We are grateful for the time each of them spent among us, and we hold their families in our hearts. Please join us now in a moment of silence in their memory. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I tell people how committed everyone is on Folly Beach to their community, and I think tonight speaks volumes about our commitment to each other and to the betterment of our community. I mean, we keep working to make it better, and having your voices here tonight has been a good testament to that. I appreciate the conversations and the information that was shared earlier. I appreciate you guys giving us some information to help us make better decisions. So with that, we'll get started.
So first up is a staff report on a proposed ordinance 1226. And it's similar to breaking out the... Sorry. Sorry, Miss Peel. Sorry, you're not Miss Peel. I can't see you. You can't hear me. So we are proposing a new ordinance to make parking on city maintained pedestrian paths and landscaping a separate parking offense. This is similar to what we did with bridge jumping. Bridge jumping was not a specific disorderly conduct. We don't have a specific parking offense for parking over the path, blocking the paths, or running over the plantings. And we just charge them under destruction of public property. So we're making running over, parking on, or destroying the pedestrian paths and the associated landscaping. So proposing to make that a specific parking offense, ticketable offense. And that's in the packet later for first reading. Any questions on that from council? All right, next up, just a staff report on ordinances 14 and 1526. We've had some ongoing discussions about leasing out storage space on public property to our beach franchise holders. Council agreed to let the current Section 1 East vendor lease the shed at 2nd Street East, and also agreed to let East LaSurf continue occupying the storage space at 3rd Street West. Technicality, a lease from the city has to be approved by ordinance. So council has already agreed in concept to these things, but now we need to enact ordinances to make them formal. And there are some amendments to those. For the lease terms, we use the incorrect language, and when we get to those ordinances, we'll discuss it. But basically the idea is those entities will lease those spaces from the city until the end of their current franchise terms. That's 5 years for 2nd Street East and about 2.5 years for 3rd Street West. Questions? All right, next up is Eric Lutz to talk about the janitorial contract.
Just an update for you. We had an RFP out last month for janitorial services to try and get ahead of the upcoming budget. And out of 5 different companies that responded. Only one bid was responsive, but it was over double the price it should be. It was $91,000, and we're expecting somewhere in the range of half of that. So staff is recommending we rebid that. We'll have it, put it out this month, bid it again, and hopefully have something back in front of you next month, at the next meeting.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Good evening. The Special Events Committee met April 6th and May 4th. We reviewed a few applicants that will be discussing their requests with you here in a moment. The first, Half Rubber Heroes. It's a baseball style game that is played with a half rubber ball. The applicant is requesting to hold his tournament down at the county park on the beach July 25th. The committee did raise some concern about that date and summer impacts to the county park and community using the beach at that time. The committee asked the applicant if he was willing to move his tournament to September 26th, citing off-season concerns. The applicant said he would, but he is wanting to ask for his original date tonight. The committee did vote unanimously to approve his event with the caveat of moving his event to September 26th. The second event is World Mental Health Day, October 10th, with a rain date of October 17th. This is sponsored by Waves for Women along with other community groups. They'll be hosting yoga and meditation events on the beach. This is a small impact, time frame 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. They are asking for the event approval and a vendor in the 5th West parking lot to operate. They'd be a coffee provider. The committee moved to approve them unanimously. Secondly is Warrior Surf Spike and Fright volleyball tournament that will be held in front of the tides at the volleyball nets. The committee worked with them on location of the 3rd requested court. It is going to be up where the 2 courts are currently, so we won't be going towards water or towards beach activations. The committee did vote unanimously to approve this. The applicant is requesting the beach event and up to 2 vendors approval on the beach. We did approve 2 vendors because it is a smaller amount and your downtown core, we didn't want to activate that area too much. Lastly is the James Island Little Trojan Folly Beach Workout. They have several dates. It is June 13th, 27th, July 11th, and 25th. This is a skills development course offered to young athletes ages 11 to 12. They'll be doing workouts from 8:45 drop off at the county park, pickup at 10:30. Their staff is medically trained and this will be a recurring approval. We have approved them in the past. The community unanimously approved this event.
I have a question for you about this, because this is the second one that's come up. When you say in front of the county park, do you mean you have to enter the county park gates and it is on their beach front, or is it on our beach front before you get to the county park? Because the Half Rubber said the same thing. I'm like, well, if it's at the county park, it's kind of on them.
Yeah, so when I say in front of the county park, I mean in front of the Pelican Pavilion.
Okay.
unit. So
The
on
beach
our
is ours.
Yeah,
Right.
I understand.
yeah.
But I
they-
don't want to step on theirs. I don't want to put something in their place if they haven't asked permission.
Yeah.
And each applicant is working with the county because it does cross county property, so yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Warrior Surf event is October 31st.
It
correct?
is,
Okay.
yeah.
So I just have a short update on 2 important meetings that are coming up this week. I'm happy that we have such a large audience tonight. I hope to see most of you at one or both of these meetings this week. On Thursday at 10 o'clock, City Council is holding their first STR ordinance review work session. It's one of council's goals to revisit the STR ordinance, how it's functioning, and possibly suggest changes and have those changes studied by a third-party expert. That first meeting is this Thursday at 10 a.m. It's a work session, and we're gonna go over kind of the timeline for the whole series of meetings. But the first meeting is mainly to go over the history of short-term rental regulation since the rental registration ordinance passed in 2011. It's gonna be kind of a dry meeting. We're just gonna say which laws have been passed in the last decade or so and why they were passed, which recommendations made it into or did not make it into the current version of the law, what amendments have been made, and kind of get a list of concerns that have been addressed over time by short-term rental regulations, so council can see which of those concerns may need to be further addressed. And that includes the function of the cap. So we're not litigating the cap next Thursday. We're just reviewing how we started pre-regulation anything to now. So stay tuned for that timeline, show up. Equally important, this Friday, council is having their second work session on the budget, and that starts at 10 a.m. too. It's scheduled for 10 to 4. You don't have to come for all of it, but please come for some of it. We had a productive meeting on Monday, and we did have a few folks from the public. Thank you for those folks who showed up. The budget's one of those things that gets a lot of interest later after it's been adopted for several months. So I would encourage everyone who's interested in how your money is spent to come and attend that work session, and you can hear straight from council's mouths why they make the decisions they make. And that's open to the public. It's 10 o'clock on Friday in this room.
Is that available online so we can watch it on TV?
Streaming?
Yeah, we can set up streaming. One note is that we're down, and we can adjust it, obviously. You may not see us directly, but we'll have the
As long
audio.
as we can hear you.
Yeah, all right. And so Thursday 10, Friday at 10, STR and budget for anyone who's interested.
It's been a busy week, so, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, can we postpone personal appearances A, B, and C until next month? They have to do with non-franchise requests that we are not finished approving.
Do we have a motion to a second? Second.
Carl?
Any discussion on the amendment?
Figured easier to get it done now instead of asking all three to come up and postpone them individually.
All right, so this is on the motion to postpone personal appearances A, B, and C. Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mayor Mazzell?
Yes.
Back to the agenda.
Yeah. Any discussion on the agenda? All right.
Dr. Holliday?
Approved.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Mazzell?
Yes.
Passes as amended.
All right, the motion to approve the minutes from April 14th.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mayor Mazzell?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, personal appearances, first up will be the Half Rubber Heroes of Mr. Smith.
Change name.
Oh, I'm sorry, change date for the Surf Association. We'll get to you in a second, I'm sorry. So, event for date change, Eastern Surf Association. I missed that.
Hello, I'm Marshall DePass. I'm Director of the Eastern Surfing Association and request a date change from May 23rd, which is Memorial Day Saturday, to May 16th, which is this Saturday. I think it's better for the traffic flow and less crowds.
Motion.
Really nobody.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Mazzell?
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now, Ms. Smith, sorry about that.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Fred Smith, and they call me Batman. Because I make bats. This one is for you. I don't know where the,
As long as you don't hit me with it.
no, it's only made to hit one thing. That's these little balls here. This is we're going down June 13th to Tybee Island, and Larry Crawford Memorial Tournament. His son Tyler puts that on, and I've made him a couple of bats, and I've made y'all one.
Thank you.
And we want to put a tournament on, and we really would like to have it down there in front of the ties, but we told that ain't gonna happen, so they suggested the county park down there, which would be all right. And we're looking for June 27th, and you know, ever since I brought this up and everything, it seems like there's one stumbling block put in front of us. The first thing was at the meeting, they wanted us to have $1 million policy for that day, you know, and I've investigated that, and my insurance company wouldn't go along with that, but they got me somebody who said they could do it, and unfortunately, it was $431 for a one-day policy for that. So that's kind of knocking us in the head, because all we want to do is, just like girls want to have fun, we just want to play half rubber, you know. And I don't even know if I'll be playing anything. I'm just here for all the guys that play half rubber. But anyway, we're looking to play, but you know, I don't, you know, when we usually play, every team will put up, it's a 3 or 4 man team will put up $100, and then say the first and second team will take, first team will take most of the money, second team, and then the balls will come out of it and everything else, and you know, we'll just have a good time. But it seems like we're being priced out of things as far as organizing and putting on any special event. But you know, as far as the bats, I made a bat, the first bat I made was the same reason I made the last bat, so I could hit that damn ball. And that's why I make them all. And I've made some money off of them, but you know, them guys, you know, the half rubber guys, they think, I used to put on tournaments, I used to play in tournaments, and he used to sell the bats at the tournaments. Well, they thought Fred was a millionaire, but unfortunately, that ain't the way it works out. But anyway, I'm just trying to get across to you that we just want to play half rubber.
Well, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? So it looks like the date has been recommended, September 26th.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. When you know, I was looking at the tide chart, and that's what but unfortunately, I just went out there before I came in here and looked, and the tide looks pretty good out there, you know,
Well,
as far as the
it
numbers.
changes, but yeah.
They've done a great job with refurbishing Folly Beach, but Georgia's playing somebody on the 26th, and they're playing at home. And all of them Georgia boys, from half rubber season, and football season, they're either doing that or they're going hunting.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we just have to kind of go with the recommendation, but did you get the, and are you able to get the insurance policy? I know that's a big stumbler.
if I can get it, when I was here, I think that's the lady that told me, it would be about $70. And, we could absorb that, you know, we might have 15 teams paying $100 a piece, you know, and it costs $200 for the balls, and then, you know, and then you put everything else. But,
I think,
we're not gonna be able to stand $431, I'll tell you that. I don't think I don't think we could get Georgia to come here. That would be like, you know, asking them to pay $300 a team, you know. and-
All right, well, let's see if, is there appetite to go forward with an amended date and contingent on the liability insurance?
I don't know, I mean, it's in front of the county park, so as long as the county park's okay with it,
Yeah, have they approved it?
I put in an application,
And so you do have approval for either date?
Wes is gonna give you-
I spoke with the county this morning. They stated that they are gonna be working with the applicant on parking because the event is again on the beach in front, so they don't have much of approval there. They are supportive of the event as long as, and I've told the applicant I'll work with him on the parking application for him.
For which date?
For both of us as a city and the county would prefer September.
All right, any other discussion?
What's the motion?
The motion, I guess, be amend, or to give him the September 26th date, contingent on getting his insurance, I guess. That's the biggest stumbling block. I mean, that, we would have to have that in place.
I agree.
Okay. So, do I have a second on my
Second.
motion?
Second, I thought we had it.
All right, on the motion. Or on the amendment, I guess is the best way to say it.
Sorry. Mr. Rich,
yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Groom,
Yes.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mayor Bazell,
Yes.
passes.
All right, so now to the overall event. Any other discussion? All right,
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Mr. Groom,
Yes.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mayor Bazell,
yes,
passes for 9/26 contingent on insurance.
all right, thank you.
okay, I appreciate your,
Well, thank you for the back.
Thank you.
yeah, well,
Want the bat
Want the
back?
back?
You want the
Yeah.
back back?
no, I do not. You can't have this one with Tommy Allen on it, please. You have that one on. I don't know if you've seen Wes, I gave Wes and the special committee a big long plaque with Folly Beach, Edge of America.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
So I've made a bunch of those.
And we got other people we need to get to. Thank you so much for your.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll get back with you, but, you know, I wouldn't lose no sleep over it. I'm gonna try and help somebody with insurance and stuff.
Okay. All right, ways for women.
Hey, if you want a bat, just, my number's on that bat. Just give me a call.
Thank you. I'm Sarah Butler. I'm the Executive Director and General Counsel for Waves for Women. We operate under a non-franchise agreement with the City of Folly to operate at Fifth West, and we offer surf therapy programs. This is our third year for World Mental Health Day. We did not pick the Saturday that this falls on. It falls on October 10th every year. So next year I'll be coming to you asking for permission to do this on a Sunday. Last year I did it on a Friday. The only difference between our past events and our event this year that I'm asking for the city's approval for is I'd like to have a vendor in the parking lot. It's a small coffee truck, Sunday's Coffee. They are either now or will be, I promised Stacy, I talked to the owner, Cyn Harlow today, CYNHARLOW. She is, operates Sunday's Coffee right there on Folly Road. You guys have driven past it. She has a second truck now that's smaller than the one you see on Folly Road, so I think it would fit nicely in that Fifth West parking lot. Since it's a morning event on a Saturday, it would be great to have a coffee vendor there for everybody who attends. And the only other difference in past years, I never asked for anything other than the event approval. This year I'm asking for a coffee vendor and I'm asking for a parking pass that people could put in their window to get parking at the Fifth West walkover only for the time of the event from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. Everybody would have to be gone out of there by 11 a.m. or pay their parking. And it wouldn't be for those of us running the event. We know how to park off-street out of the way. It would be for attendees. And since it is a mental health event, it certainly would be nice to give people the opportunity to park without the stress of having to pay for parking. So those are the only two things that I'm asking for that are different from past years, but it is just an event to commemorate World Mental Health Day. As I said to the Special Events Committee, we would of course love to have the city involved in any way that you would like to be, whether it's just by attending or by marking the occasion, saying some words. Anybody who wants to attend, you are welcome. We usually do this event in coordination with Serenity Tree Yoga, Warrior Surf Foundation, Shaka has been involved, Jenny has been involved, a lot of other community nonprofits or organizations are there with us to commemorate the event.
Motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Yeah. Any discussion?
Is the coffee truck open to anybody?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Skip. I'll tell them you come first.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion?
They've got a business license.
Yes, absolutely. I will dot the T's, dot the I's and cross the T's.
I don't know if we keep track of the free parking we give out, but I think it would help us when we have people that say parking and what do you do to show sort of the give back that we do as a council.
Track that.
And if we could just kind of track that as a give back that we make to the community out of the
It's a
parking
goodwill
revenue.
gesture.
And I am just asking for it at Fifth, and I counted, there are 20 spots there.
20 spots.
And one would be taken up by my coffee truck, so 19.
Any other discussion?
Thank you.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Dr. Hooten?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Brazil?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, the Spike and Fright Volleyball Tournament Warrior Surf.
Hi everybody, I'm Emily Rittenhouse, Director of Operations and Events for Warrior Surf. We changed the name to Spook and Spike.
Wow.
That's okay. It's October 31st. We're gonna do it in the morning so it doesn't conflict with trick or treating or any other events on Folly. Expecting maybe 80 to 100 people. We're gonna use the two volleyball courts that are already there in front of Pinky's and then have that one additional next to it. And then we're gonna have two vendors. And then we're connecting with Pinky's for food and drinks, just to be, neighborly with them. I know Wes, this is a first time event, so we do need security, he had recommended, so we're gonna work on that. And then that's it.
Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Where are your vendors gonna set up? On the beach or the parking lot?
It'll be on the beach.
And what are they gonna vend?
What was that?
What are they gonna vend?
We'll probably have our Warrior Surf tent there with merch is here. And then, I'm not sure, I'm just kind of placeholder because it's a little bit farther out.
Are you expecting like retail or food and drink?
Retail.
Okay, yeah.
Not food and drink.
Any other discussions? All right.
We'll bring our own security.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Hooten?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mayor Brazil?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, citizens' comments,
We got the-
oh, we got workout yet? No, not this.
the little things.
Oh, Little Trojans, I don't even have that one. Where was it on mine?
Hi, my name is Shamika Champion. I am the Vice President and Co-Director of James Allen Little Children's. We are a youth football feeder program for James Allen, which is a youth football feeder program for James Allen Charter High School. And we serve ages 7 through 12. And this is our third year hosting a football workout on Folly Beach. We coordinate specifically with Folly Beach County Park to ensure our parents have parking and we have a safe location for all of our players to be dropped off. So our parents, they pay for parking. They paid a $25 fee to ensure that their kids are dropped off at Folly Beach County Park ramp. We take attendance immediately. We have certified coaches who are USA Football certified, CPR certified, and they take attendance and they march all of the players to the beach for a workout. They work out from about 8:45 till 10:30 a.m. They do an abundance of workouts in the sand, and they do some competitive plays as well as 7-on-7 football. We have a water station on the beach with a cooler, and all players bring their reusable water bottle. We stay away from any turtle nest areas, and we stay away from the beach goers as well, so we kind of go more towards the far end of the beach, away from everyone who's having a good time. I am a certified pediatric nurse practitioner, so I'm usually always on site, but if I'm not there, all of our football coaches are certified in CPR. Our parents know that none of the players are allowed in the beach waters at any time. So we finish our workouts, we take them back to the beach ramp, and then they're checked out to their parents. And if parents decide to stay on the beach afterwards, that's totally up to them, but we release them back to their parents after that. Like I said, this is our 3rd annual year. We will love to continue this. I'm a James Island native, not Folly Beach, but James Island native. And I love Folly Beach myself, and we want to make sure that all of our players and parents appreciate what we have to offer right here on the islands.
We have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
The group's insured or parents sign
Yes.
waivers or whatever?
Yes, sir. We're fully insured.
Thanks.
You mentioned ages 7 to 12, it says 11 to 12. in your
Only
read.
11 to 12-year-olds come to our beach workouts.
11 to 12.
Will it be a race from the walk over to the other end of the island?
Only for the players.
I'd like to see that. So you can beat the fastest.
Yes, if you check out jilotronas.com, we have all of our beach workouts. We actually promote Folly Beach workouts on our site, so, and we have a really good traction of parents who like to use that as vacation as well.
Any other discussion?
No coffee truck.
No coffee truck, definitely not.
Dr. Hope,
Yes.
Mr. Groom,
Yes.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Ms. Farley.
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mayor Bazell.
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
All right, now citizens' comments. We ask that you keep your comments germane to tonight's agenda. We've got a lot of people here from the Turtle Team. If you've got new information or you want to coordinate your comments just in the interest of time, we'd appreciate that. So, we'll
All right, I'm gonna start first, if you don't mind, again. And this is from Dave Miller, who I told you he's in Japan, and bless his heart, he hasn't rested. Okay, he said, "Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm supposed to introduce myself. I'm Vanessa Altman. Over the past several days, we have, like we discussed, we have contacted a lot of South Carolina coastal communities regarding overnight beach chair storage policies during the sea turtle nesting season. While our survey is still ongoing, the preliminary findings are remarkably consistent. So far, we have not identified another South Carolina coastal municipality that broadly allows overnight storage of chairs on the active beach during turtle season. Isle of Palms, Kiowa, Edisto, Sullivan's Island, Myrtle Beach, and Hilton Head all prohibit overnight beach chair storage, and we are continuing discussions with North Myrtle Beach. In addition, the South Carolina Aquarium, which y'all did get a letter, I know because I got notified, they also put in their recommendation. Folly Beach Turtle Watch has previously submitted our DNR nesting data, which actually is entered into seaturtle.org. That's who we report to too. So we can't get it, we have to go through DNR to get that information. And this actually confirms that the turtles do, in fact, utilize Section 1, including documented nests, false crawls, and hatching misorientations within the commercial district. This issue is not about being anti-business or anti-tourism. You know, we love visitors in the business. It is about maintaining Folly Beach's longstanding reputation as a leader in sea turtle conservation and aligning our policies with widely accepted coastal management practices throughout South Carolina. Folly Beach Turtle Watch respectfully asks Council to reconsider the Section 1 exemption, which we already know about, and apply the same overnight beach furniture rules consistently across the entire beachfront. Thank you for your time and consideration, and I thank all of you. Thank you. Okay, and I'm introducing Kristen.
Hey gang, I'm gonna pass this around. I only brought one copy because my printer was out, but just take a look and I'll speak to that in a second. That is an arrow pointing to every chair. Each arrow represents 2 chairs across the beach the last 2 overnights. And I'm gonna spare you guys, Kristen Capel, 612 West Beach Court. I'm gonna spare y'all all the comments and feedback that we usually can get very passionate about. I'm just gonna read. to keep it simple. Thank you for the opportunity tonight to talk about it. I know we spoke a little earlier. I'm the West Side section leader for the Folly Beach Turtle team, and we have about 60 of us as a group that walk this out. Everybody that's on the team, please raise your hand for us. Got quite a number of people here. Since Dave's not here, we're talking in his behalf. First, I want to acknowledge all of our local vendors. These are our friends, these are our families, these are part of our community. So this is truly not about anybody. We're not critiquing anybody's intentions or their businesses whatsoever. It's quite literally, it's about finding a reasonable balance between commercial operations and our responsibility to protect marine life and uphold the conservation values that Folly Beach has truly been a leader in for many years. Over the last I also want to address some of the frustrating information that we have seen, misinformation that we've seen online and we've heard around the community with the belief that there's no activity in Section 1, which is 3rd East to 3rd West. And while it's true this area does see less activity than the rest of the beach, less activity is not no activity. As you heard earlier, there's been 81 turtle incidents there in that section there. And we also don't have a crystal ball for the future, right? And with the lights, the now turtle-friendly lights that are on the pier and the turtle-friendly lights that are in the walkovers, et cetera, we expect more activity, to be honest, because the lights are what we're keeping them away. So a lot of activity. Over the last 6 years, the section in question has had over 40 nests, 30 false crawls, and if you add that up, that's over 70 turtles on the beach and over 9,000 potential hatchlings. So we want to protect them, right? Scientific evidence, there have been multiple studies, I found this really interesting, that show that when chairs are removed overnight, there's an average of 200% increase in turtle activity. So our concern this year is also that there's now more than double, about double the number of chairs. We've never seen them on the east side before. And honestly, they're working within the rules that are allowable right now, so I get it, we all get it. But there were 74 the last 2 nights on the beach, and there could be more. So we're asking you at this point in time to really reconsider or to consider your stewardship as an island, as a community, and as council members and a leader, and not make any changes that would allow more chairs out there or different kinds of chairs, and to really revisit as soon as possible the ordinance that allows it currently. Thank you for your efforts. We want to minimize the human activity out there as well, which you know lots of people hang on the chairs. I also want to thank you all for your service and everyone for showing up tonight. And I think my friend over here, a future conservationist, wants to speak after me. Introduce Reynolds. Can we see you over there?
I think so, yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Reynolds Juan, and I just wanted to talk to y'all a bit about the situation that we have at hand. And now, I'm not saying that I don't like sitting in a beach chair, because it's awesome sitting at the beach and just chilling. But I feel like we have to think about everyone here, because we know that the people who make a living off it is chairs, the vendors. This is how they earn a living and how they make money out here, and we want to support them. But we also want to support the sea turtles and make sure that they can be heard too, because I feel like we want a compromise where everyone can be heard, and it's not just like one person wins, because everyone's in the right here. We just all want different things, and I feel like if we all work together, we could really make that work. And I want to thank all y'all esteemed council members for hearing me out and hearing everyone out here today.
So will you run for council in the future? Okay, good.
Do the invocation next time.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Christian Witzer, 1016 West Ashley. I want to talk to the proposed ordinance of 726, and I would like council to consider, we have 2 different classes of STRs. We have the resident occupied STRs and the full STRs. Usage of those licenses is different. While if you are a full STR, you can rent out your house the whole year. Resident occupied can only have a maximum of 72 days. Obviously that increases also the usage for full STR versus owner-occupied STR. But owner-occupied STRs are mostly older people that rely on this additional income, but they have the full cost like a full STR. So I would like you to consider, and I appreciate the fact that you are now going from pump out requirement every year, $650, to visual inspection first. If you think about that, an owner-occupied STR is about half to a third of what a full STR has in occupancy. And an inspection at an owner-occupied STR every 2 years, I think would be more adequate. I would like council to consider that. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi y'all, Wendy Ezel, 313 West Hudson Avenue. I'm one of the vendors that loves the turtle team and the turtles, and we do the chairs on the west side now. And what I wanted to just make sure everybody understands, tonight's second reading when it comes to a change of language in weighted loungers versus wooden loungers. We asked for this change a while back. The issue is not whether they're allowed, but what is allowed. And the reason we asked for the name change was because we sourced materials that are more eco-friendly. They're made with less of an environmental impact, and they're called polywood. And we've already purchased them, they're already on the sand. We understand and want to work with the turtle team, but that is what is being talked about, the weighted versus wooden. And we can certainly talk about minimizing the area that we're in and not going beyond where we already are. I think that Will would probably agree to that too. But yeah, we're definitely wanting to work with the turtle team to make sure everybody is doing the most that they can to satisfy all the needs.
Will Sneed, Buddy's Beach Chairs. I agree with what Wendy said, that we are willing to work with the turtle team. We are willing to compact our stuff to smaller areas. But I would like to know how many nests have been, say, from Second to the pier on the east side? Not just activity, I'm just curious on the number of nests.
No, we can't, we can just stay on the agenda.
Okay. Anyway, other than that, we're very happy to work with y'all. And if you need anything, I think some of you have my personal number, you're welcome to call me, and happy to work anything out we can.
Thank you.
Well, I still need your help with golf carts,
Anyone else?
Is this the appropriate time to take up other issues, or are we just focused on the?
We're on the agenda, so if it's an agenda topic, you can talk.
Okay, I didn't want to skip over if anyone else had anything to say on that topic.
No.
Okay. Sarah Butler, again, with Waves for Women. I live at 408 West Hudson. I am the executive director of Waves for Women. I just wanted to make a comment about something that's before the city with regard to a change in the rules with regard to surf camps and surf lessons and commercial surfing activity on the beach. I don't really have anything to say that is a proposed solution to this, but I do feel like Waves for Women falls in a unique category where we're not really a surf camp and we're not really fully surf lessons all the time. What we do is really based in mental health and improving mental health, and sometimes we're not surfing at all. Sometimes when we do our activities at Fifth West at the beach, we are simply meeting and doing group meditation or group light fitness. We have a group called Rise Above now that meets. It was just in the winter time to keep us together when we weren't surfing because the water was really chilly, but now we're gonna do it year round because it's become really popular. We get together and we have a mental health discussion, and we do some light fitness. Sometimes we even do some art therapy activities. And sometimes we do sound bath. I mean, there's really all kinds of things that we do that aren't surf related. So we're a bit unique when it comes to, we don't fit in a surf camp, we don't fit in a surf lesson all the time. We do provide surf lessons sometimes as part of our programming. It's what we do, Waves for Women. We do it for women and for teen girls. So I don't know how this ordinance, changes in the ordinance applies to us. We don't normally have more than 5 people surfing at a time. But I do know that there's some differences that could impact us financially. And as a nonprofit, that's really hard for us. We are not in the business of making money. We're not making money off of any kind of surf lesson or any kind of mental health activity.
that we do. And so we're not a for-profit. So how do we handle where we fit in this situation? And I jokingly said before, maybe there's a A, B, C, D, maybe there needs to be an E for like groups that don't really fit into the proposed amendments to this ordinance. So I'd like the council to consider whether or not this ordinance really fairly applies to Waves Rolling and non-profit, non-franchise organizations like ours who also have already applied for and been approved for what we do.
Thank you.
That's all. Thanks, guys.
Anyone else? Commission, board, committee reports. All right, old business. Ordinance 007-26. Ordinance amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 55, on-site septic system management, to remove the automatic pump-out requirement for annual STR septic inspections and require pump-out only if recommended upon completion of a visual inspection of the septic system. This is the first reading. We have a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, where do we add penalties that we were discussing?
Do that amendment.
We have to.
Yeah, we got amendment.
I know, I do have to do my amendment, I'm asking where.
So, I believe we would need to restructure the amendment shown on page 11 of the work session for enforcement. Not exact language for you guys to figure out, but upon conviction, violators shall be assessed penalties up to and including termination of water services or penalties associated with the rental license. And then we need to bring a new ordinance with the rental ordinance next month with the penalties in the rental ordinance.
As well as the addition of the assessment of cost incurred by the city.
Yes.
So the kind of proposed amendment language on page 11 for section 55.08.
I don't think I'm the only one who's not hearing you. Other people are saying this.
Okay, so earlier in the work session, council discussed an amendment to the penalties section of the ordinance. And the discussion was whether or not to put rental license penalties in the septic ordinance. So right now, we're discussing how to amend the penalty section of the septic ordinance to reference short-term rental penalties, and then bring a separate ordinance back next month to specify the rental penalties in the rental ordinance.
So I think if you omitted the penalties in that sentence that you proposed earlier.
Where in this ordinance presented would you like me to put it?
I make a
don't know
motion,
where.
I make a motion
You want me to
to.
put it, y'all tell me where works
Yeah,
best
yeah.
for you guys, that's what I'm
I would
asking.
say I'd make a motion to add section 55.8 enforcement penalties amendment to read failure to comply with inspection and repair provisions of this chapter will be deemed a violation. Upon conviction, violators shall be assessed penalties up to and including water termination services and STR license penalties, and an assessment of costs incurred by the city for any necessary environmental remediation and a civil fine of $500 or 30 days imprisonment.
I'll propose that amendment, what Aaron just said.
Okay.
Do you need a second?
Yes, second. All right. Any discussion on the amendment?
Was there anything in there about the automatic strike if convicted?
That'll be in.
Those are the-
That's,
Okay.
that's,
Yeah, so, any other discussion on the amendment? All right.
Mr. Rich?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Is it your intention, a one-year suspension of associated ISTR licenses?
We're spelling that out in the rental ordinance next month. We're just putting the possibilities, what all they could include in this one. And then
Okay.
the rental ordinance next month, it'll spell out, first time would be a strike. If you don't fix it, it could be suspension or revocation.
Actually, what I was gonna ask was, what, does that mean they lose their good standing? Or is that gonna be spelled out?
Joe, that's a semantic thing that we can discuss at the rental ordinance. So right now,
Okay.
council's just agreeing to the concept to put the rental penalties, however the language settles, in the rental ordinance versus the septic ordinance. But I do agree that it will incorporate it.
You understand?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other discussion on that before we do? All right.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Hooton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mayor Brazil?
Yes.
That amendment passed.
Okay, so back to the ordinance. Any other discussion on that?
And just to be clear, we previously discussed an amendment from the ordinance presented in the packet to tie it to only ISTRs on a 5-year basis and a 3-year recommendation. Are we gonna go with that amendment or what's presented in the packet?
I wasn't gonna remove that after all the information we received.
All right.
After the information, I think they pretty much spelled it out that we need, for one, they don't have contractors, so we changed it to contractor instead of professional or whatever, and then also they need to have the visual inspection every year. We didn't get into how to visually inspect it, so everything the septic guy said tonight is pretty much in there. We don't need to really change anything, I don't believe, except for the penalties.
Right, what's in our packet?
Yes.
So, as amended.
Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I would like to say, we tried, and I tried to separate the two, but then the septic guys that were here tonight from Department of Environmental Services do not see a difference between OSTR and ISTR. It's not, even though there's a big discrepancy, I thought the same thing you did. They told us they don't discriminate between the two. So, I'm sorry. I wish more people would show up to the work session, because a lot of things we've talked about were at the work session we've been very repetitive about tonight.
So on ordinance 007-26, first reading as amended. Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mayor Brazil?
Yes.
Passes first.
All right. Ordinance 008-26, amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, sections 131-21, prohibited behavior to specify that certain activities performed on bridges within the city are classified as disorderly conduct. This is the second reading. Do we have any, a motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
No.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mayor Brazil?
Yes.
Passes second.
All right, ordinance 010-26, amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, chapter 118, commercial activity on public property, to allow weighted loungers overnight in section 1, to allow council to set limits for the number of students. That's not in here for anymore, right? You're taking that part out, right? We need to amend it.
No, sir,
That's in it,
that's-
okay.
that passes.
To allow council to set limits on the number of students and surplus and establish a requirement that franchisees make good faith effort to offer the services for which a contract has been awarded. The second reading. Any motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Any discussion?
I'd like to add, I think Sarah hit on something.
Did we get a second? Oh,
Yeah,
second.
Discussion, so I think Sarah hit on something earlier that we missed out on before. Under letter D at the very end of the red, we put a little caveat that says, nonprofits are exempt from the gross receipts laws.
That work?
Do you need a second on?
I would imagine.
Yeah, do we have a second for that?
Second.
All right. Any discussion on the amendment? I'll let Eric catch up.
Okay, give me the elbow.
Any discussion on that?
We discussed it at the work session, and it gave us a great rundown. If we can't do anything to that for what you guys want tonight, it has to come back later and something different to work something out, because it's already been done, the contract's been done. That's really wish they had passed that on to you guys that were here from the Turtle Team, because we went through it a lot during the work session.
Yeah.
It's just a shame when you have a turtle team, you don't ask us way back when.
This came up
I would
about a
say
year
that.
ago.
Yeah, but we
So-
were here a year ago.
Yeah, I was here.
So on the amendment to exempt nonprofit surpluses from the gross receipts percentage. Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms.
Yes.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mayor Brazil.
Yes.
The amendment passes.
All right, back to the ordinance as amended. Any discussion?
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms.
Yes.
Mr. Ridge,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
No.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mayor Brazil.
Yeah.
Passes second.
All right. Ordinance 011-26, amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 72, parking regulations by allowing the sale of non-residential parking passes for use by properly registered nonprofit entities in beach access parking lots managed by the city. Second reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Will we be able to limit the valid dates based on when they need it without issuing just carte blanche decals? I know if it's tied, like if somebody's doing operations from May to July, that we issue or link their tags in the parking thing from May to July, or is the plan just to give carte blanche parking passes?
As written, there's no requirement that it only be used on days they operate.
Would you like to make an amendment for that?
Yeah, I don't know how much support it'll get, but I think it should be limited to the days of operation for the nonprofit. If they're only in the summer, then they get parking passes only for the summer. And regardless of how that goes, I think this is another one where we need to track what our contribution is and what we're giving, so that when people protest our parking, we can say, we give back too, and we're making these.
We're selling them for a good penny, aren't we? I mean, we're not giving them away. We're just
Yeah.
only selling them to nonprofits.
It's still a loss of revenue in the end, but I think we ought to keep track of that.
I agree keeping track of it, but I don't.
So
But anyway,
we gotta have a
We have a
motion.
second to the motion to limit the use.
I'm not seconding that.
All right.
So are we back to the original?
Back to the original one.
Okay, well, I'm just going to reiterate what I said the last time. I actually don't support that we collect funds such as $450 for 2 parking passes for nonprofits, local nonprofits that benefit the city. So I will be a no like I was last time.
All right, any other discussion? All right.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms.
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
No.
Dr. Houghton,
No.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mayor Brazil.
Yes.
Passes second.
New business, we got 4 new commission appointments. You can do that.
All right, so we have several open spots on boards and commissions, and tonight we need to make appointments to 7 boards and commissions. So you guys have the handout, and the handout shows the position that's open on the board and the applicants for that position. Some of the positions on some of the boards are specialized. That means only people with certain qualifications can apply. So in that instance, if there's only one person with that qualification, they're the only person listed. If there are multiple people with that qualification, they're all listed together. So as we go through this, we'll just go board by board, position by position. It's gonna be kind of a vote-a-rama here, so thank you in advance for your patience. We have 1 hospitality position open on the ATAX board, and we have 1 applicant, Mr. Christensen. So when I call your name, could you please give me your preferred applicant?
Can we just do without objection for those? There's a
Yeah,
couple of them.
that works for me. Mayor, does that work for you?
No, that's perfect.
All right, so without objection for the hospitality spot? Objections? All right. Culture, we have one position open, and we have one applicant, Mr. Fanjoy.
Without exception.
All right, at large, we have one position, we have two applicants, Ms. Perna and Ms. Riggs. So when I call your name, could you please give me your preferred applicant? Mr. Grooms?
Jeanette, Paul, and Scott. Yeah, we voting first?
No, you're just voting for the one at large.
One at large, okay, Jeanette, yeah.
Mr. Fink?
Perna.
Mr. Farley? Perna. Dr. Houghton?
Jeanette Perna.
Dr. Holliday?
Perna.
Mr. Rich?
Oh, the last one. Jeanette.
Mayor Bazell? Perna. All right, Ms. Perna. And for the Board of Zoning Appeals, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we down to 5 applicants? All right, one of our applicants withdrew, Ms. Goodwin withdrew. So we have 5.
No, wait a minute.
Sorry.
She got out.
She was sorry. From ATAX. You drew from ATAX, not from the Board of Appeals. Thank you all for listening. So we have 6 applicants for 5 positions. So when I call your name, I need 5 of the 6 applicants, and I apologize again for the confusion. Mr. Grooms.
Whiting, Goodwin, Christie, Powers, Cato.
Mr. Fink.
Feats, Whiting, Goodwin, Christie, and Cato.
Mr. Farley.
Pete's, Whiting, Goodwin, Powers, Cato.
Dr. Houghton.
Ann Peets, Charlotte Goodwin, Jim Christie, Larry Powers, Tony Cato.
Dr. Holliday.
Annie Whiting, Charlotte Goodwin, Jim Christie, Lawrence Powers, and Tony Cato.
Mr. Rich.
Whiting, Goodwin, Christie, Powers, Cato. That could be a law firm.
Mayor Bazell.
Pete's, Whiting, Goodwin, Cato, and Christie.
All right. Give me 1 second. to do the math. And let's double check my math. So for the Board of Zoning Appeals, we have Whiting, Goodwin, Christie, Powers, and Cato. Next up, we have the Community Promotions Committee. We have 1 at-large seat and 1 applicant for the at-large seat, Mr. Miller. So can we do that without discussion?
Yes, please.
All right. For the business seat, we have 1 applicant for the business seat, Mr. Rutledge. Without objection?
Yes.
For the Construction Board of Appeals, Construction and Fire Board of Appeals, we have
Without exception.
3 spots for 3 registered professionals. Those will be Amanda Griffith, Mark Lazo, and James Elkin without exception. For the Design Review Board, we have 2 open seats and 4 applicants.
Ms. Whiting is just appointed.
Yeah, so we're down to 3.
can't
So, so we have Kenter, Barton, and Factor. So please give me 2 names. Mr. Grooms,
Factor, Barton.
Mr. Fink,
Kenter, Barton.
Mr. Farley,
Factor Barton.
Dr. Houghton,
Alan Kinto, Pam Barton.
Dr. Holliday,
Michael Factor, Alan Kinter.
Mr. Rich,
Kinzer, Barton.
Mayor Bazell,
Factor Barton.
So we have a tie between Mr. Kenter, Ms. Barton is elected or appointed, and we have a tie between Mr. Factor and Mr. Kenter. So I need to recall the roll. So please choose between Mr. Kinter and Mr. Factor. Mr. Rooms,
Factor.
Mr. Fink,
Kinter.
Mr. Farley,
Factor.
Dr. Houghton,
Alan Kinter.
Dr. Holliday,
Michael Factor.
Mr. Rich,
Alan Kipper.
Mayor Pizzell,
Factor.
so Mr. Factor is appointed. So Parks and Recreation, we have 2 at-large positions. We have 4 applicants, Siambra, Delaney, Dawkins, and Smithson. So please give me 2 names for Parks and Recreation. Mr. Grooms,
Aaron Swinson and Stephanie Kiambra. How you say it?
Yep.
Is that it?
Mr. Fink,
Swinson and Siambra.
Mr. Farley,
Delaney Siambra.
Dr. Houghton,
Aaron Swinson, Stephanie Siambra.
Dr. Holliday,
Aaron Swinson, Stephanie Siambra.
Mr. Rich,
Swinson, Siambra.
Mayor Pizzell.
Delaney Swenson.
Mr. Swinson and Ms. Siambra appointed to Parks and Recreation. So tourism, the TVPC, we have 1 hospitality lodging and 1 applicant, Aaron Guthrie, without objection.
Yes.
Yes.
We have 1 lodging and 1 applicant, Paige Brown.
Yes.
At large, we have 2 at-large seats, 2 applicants.
Yes.
Yes.
Brian Gunn and Rochelle St. Fort. Sorry if I butchered your name. Appointed without objection. Next, we have the Utility Advisory Board. We have 1 at-large position. Okay. So we're gonna call the utility seats first because we have 2 utility seats and 3 applicants who are qualified for the utility seat. The applicant who's not selected for the utility seat is also eligible for the at-large seat. So starting with the utility seats, we have Megan Moody, Becky Dennis, and John Fersner. So please give me 2 names. Mr. Grooms,
Moody Dennis.
Mr. Fink,
Moody Dennis.
Mr. Farley,
Moody Fernzer.
Dr. Houghton,
Megan Moody, Becky Dennis.
Dr. Holliday,
Moody Dennis.
Mr. Rich,
Moody and Dennis.
Mayor Pizzell.
Moody Dennis.
All right, so Moody and Dennis are appointed to the utility seats. And now we have 1 general public seat, and Mr. Fersner is eligible for that one also, so it's Wilson and Fersner. Mr. Grooms,
Wilson.
Mr. Fink,
Wilson.
Mr. Farley,
Fernzer.
Dr. Houghton,
Jamie Wilson.
Dr. Holliday,
Jamie Wilson.
Mr. Rich,
Wilson.
Mayor Pizzell,
Wilson.
Wilson, appointed to the Utility Advisory Board at large seat. And that is all of them.
Thank you to everyone who applied.
And thanks to Alan Kintner for serving so long on the design review board.
All right. We'll continue ordinance 012-26, amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 72, parking regulations to prohibit parking on planted vegetation along walking paths. First reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
All right, Mr. Rich,
Amanda planning?
this is 12-26, so this
This is the one above it.
straight first reading.
Sorry, we were still on the.
We're planting
books.
vegetation, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Dr. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Brazil.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mayor.
All right.
Passes first.
Ordinance 013-26, amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 164, use standards by requiring private commercial parking operators to display daily and hourly rates. I'll remand to Planning Commission. Do we have a motion to remand?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
We have the note attached to examine the physical viewing of it versus website posting, correct? Thank you, sir.
Note to, or require signs regardless.
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Bazell?
Yes.
It's remanded.
All right, ordinance 014-26, authorizing the leasing of city property at the Second Street East Public Access and Parking Lot to Betty's Beach Chairs, first reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just one more, we had to make changes to.
Yes. You need to make an amendment.
This one's correct.
All right, so, any discussion?
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms? Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Dr. Hope?
Yes.
Mayor Bazell?
Yes.
Passes first.
All right, ordinance 015-26, authorizing the leasing city property at the Second Street East Public Access and Parking Lot to Isla Surf School, first reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
Yeah, we're gonna note that. So we have actually two typos in this one. First is the title, we're leasing the Third Street walkover space, not the Second Street East shed. The second one is the term of the lease. It's not, the term of the lease is not 5 years, it should mirror the language in the other contract, which is the term of the lease will be for the term of the franchise agreement between the city and the lessee. The party may terminate the lease without cause, 30 days written notice. So do we need a motion to amend item 2?
So I motion to amend exactly what you just said.
That's right. And so that amendment will make the term of the lease the length of the franchise, not 5 years. And we will fix the title.
All right, any other discussion?
Yes. We got the amendment, we're gonna vote on the
This
amendment.
guy got to vote on the amendment first.
Vote on the amendment.
All right, any other discussion on the amendment? All right,
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Hope?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mayor Bazell?
yes.
All right, so the amendment passes.
All right, so now, any more discussion on the amended ordinance?
Yes. So, we did pay $4,000 to buy our own stuff back. And, this arrangement was previously done outside of the sunshine. It wasn't done at a public meeting. There was no announcement about it until very recently. Council never voted on it. We just paid $4,000 to buy our own stuff back just to reimburse the building. And now we propose to give it away to a for-profit Isla surf camp for 2.5 years, even though we made them whole by giving them back $4,000. It would seem if our intentions was to give it to them for 2.5 years, that we wouldn't make them whole by giving them $4,000 to buy it back, and that having made them whole, we should at least claw back some of that money, much like we're doing on 2 East, by not giving it to the beach chair company. We're clawing that back in the form of a monthly rent or a yearly lease, and you know, I don't think you pay for something and then you get it for free. And while Warrior Surf is there, that's fine, but the lease is with Isla, who is a beach franchise, who's making money, and it doesn't seem fair to any of the other franchises to be giving away something like this based on a contract that council never approved. And, you know, we're doing this today because only council can approve a lease agreement, and yet you're binding us to an agreement that was made outside of any public meeting, outside of any public discussion, outside of any meeting that we've had here. And these things ought to be done in the sunshine. That's why we have the rules. That's why we have the laws. It wasn't, we're trying to fix it, but I don't think you pay reimbursement and then don't try to recapture some of the taxpayer money that went to buy it. So I oppose this ordinance. That's all I have to say.
It is a partnership between ISLA and Warrior Serve, which is a nonprofit. It's only for a 2.5-year period is all the remaining time that is left, I believe, on that particular original thing, right? So I just think it's a community service to let them to continue as they've been operating. They took it out of Hyde to build it.
I agree with that.
I like what Bill said, to be honest with you. I want to be out of this business so bad, it's unreal. But we did say give it to him, but we made him whole. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
All right, any other discussion?
Dr. Holliday? No. Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
I'm sorry, which one are we voting on here?
The lease.
Are we gonna, is it Bill's amendment to the
He
lease?
didn't make an amendment, he just saw it.
Piece.
Okay. So, yes.
Mr. Farley?
No.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
No.
Mayor Bazell?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, resolution 22-26, by the Folly Beach City Council approving the deductive change order in the amount of $518,220 between the City of Folly Beach and Edie's Construction for the project water main replacement, East Hudson Avenue, East Arctic Avenue, 12th Street, East Cooper Avenue. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a question about what we're doing with the excess $200,000, $150,000. That's really all. Because I think it's great. Otherwise, the Great Lakes is awesome. They've been doing a bang up job. They've been in constant communication with everybody, even though they're behind. A lot better than Edie's. So I'm all in favor of it, but we're doing the extra money.
The only thing I would have to explain is that we potentially can save $200,000. We don't know exactly where we'll end up with Edie's because they haven't signed that change order. We're moving forward anyway with their work directive. We have to run by legal counsel and push the RA. But we should save $200,000, but if we get into some negotiation at the end of the project with Edie's, it may not be the full 200.
I thought maybe there were letters backing up saying that there were letters from Edie saying that they were on board with it. So I don't understand why they haven't signed it.
They haven't signed the change order as of right now.
But their emails they sent backed up that they were fine with the adjustment. They just haven't signed it. Is what you're saying?
It's not exactly fine with it.
I bet not. It was not on $500,000.
They would like us to give them $100,000. We offered them 60.
If we have money left over on that, would it just go to like other parts of the drainage project that we're doing, the tropical rain gardens and putting trees back, the palm trees, things like that? That money would just roll into that, I would assume, correct?
Yes, it'll all net out with
Okay, that's what, yeah. Good.
Yeah, and there's significant efficiencies with that.
Yes, we're gonna get fully paved streets instead of partial patching.
Well, I'm more here like all the palm trees they tore down.
Right.
I'm sure, I know they're putting up some, but they take that money and replace all of them.
Right.
Because it was nice having palms.
There is a plan to do that regardless.
Any other questions, discussion? All right.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Bazell?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, resolution 2326 by the Folly Beach City Council approving a change order in the amount of $319,700 to contract number 251814, Folly Beach Stormwater Infrastructure Improvements. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion?
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Bazell?
Yes.
Passes.
All right, council comments. Mr. Grooms.
Well, here we go. All right, I don't know if everybody knows about the community garden on the west side, but it's a small community garden, and Charlie Thieringer has been kind of redoing the whole thing. So, with my council discretionary fund, I'm gonna donate $300 to the community garden. in hopes they can fix it up and continue to make it a one. If you ever get a chance to go by there, they got the fountain running, and there's benches there to kind of relax. It's almost like a little mini park. So please go visit that, and that's where that money will go.
Great input from the public for this meeting. Thank you all for your attention to that. Please don't think for a minute that we're not accessible to you. Please reach out. Appreciate all the input. Be safe. Summer's here. It's getting crazy. Enjoy your life.
Folly Beach Anglers are hosting the 15th annual Jerry Pierce Memorial Fishing Tournament. That's Saturday, June 6th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's no rain date. It's a free event. It's free to all the kids. We provide rods, reels. We provide the bait. It's completely free. If your grandchildren are in from out of town and you have guests visiting, bring the kids by. It's not necessary to sign up beforehand. Just show up. It's usually a good time. There's a lot of door prizes. Trophies will be given out. There's food. It's a great time. Fishing rods and bait, the first 300. I think last year we had 220, 230, so we usually don't run out of stuff. But look forward to seeing you, and that's hosted by the Folly Anglers. My remaining allotment amounts, Wes, will be $300 to the Our Lady of Good Counsel Women's Guild for their charitable work, $200 to Pet Helpers, and $200 to the Baptist Church for their soup kitchen on Monday efforts. That's all. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for coming.
So this is the stack of individuals that applied for all those positions that we had to select. That's amazing. I mean, it's not only a visual, it's a credit to the applicants. And the only thing that I can say is, because as you can see, there were close races, so to speak, is that any way that you can become involved in Folly Beach, it only makes us better. Secondly, I believe there's a blood drive on June 17th, so just want to push that as well. I'd like to give an allotment of $450 to offset the costs for Warrior Surf Foundation parking. And last but not least, I don't know how many of you have already read this book, Remaining Folly by Dr. Beck, but I really pulled this back out as a result of his passing. And I thought I would just read just this little snippet in the epilogue, because this is what we do every day. I learned that when we are committed to an action you believe in and you are part of a group of like-minded individuals, whether someone likes you is no longer important. As a team, we are stronger and more resilient than we ever could be as just individuals.
It was enlightening to hear Sarah talk about the depth of the activities that surfers are involved. They're not just involved in surfing. I hope everybody understands that. Tonight, I'm here to announce that we have a new 501c4 that's just been approved, Respect the Break. It's an organization that focuses on not just what Sarah said, but as Carrie will tell you, community engagement, wellness, also obviously education and helping educate all of us of the importance of the dynamics of surfing, not just the act of surfing. And importantly, how we can work together on shared spaces to accommodate the needs, not just of our residents, but of our visitors as well. So there is a bi-directional partnership. The city is working in tandem with Respect the Break, and Eric and I and Carrie met recently to talk about accountability, to make sure that we can meet the needs of the facilities as well, and very proud of our staff working in tandem with that. As a result, I will be using a discretionary fund to support $1,000 to Respect the Break to help in their mission for the things I just discussed. So congratulations, thank you.
Man, we've had a lot of time together this week. We have 10 more hours. We're going to have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Memorial Day, don't forget Memorial Day.
Y'all could have done the same thing.